Okay, good afternoon again. Greetings from Belgrade, small hub from Belgrade here. We had our local refreshment, the first part, and the second part will come after. Greetings on behalf of Diplo, the Geneva Internet Platform, and the CDIC as co-organizers. As always, so we'll go on with running through briefly through the developments in December and January in Southeastern Europe that the team here has prepared. And then if there are any comments from your side or updates what we might be missing in the list and list of developments, list of the events that are coming. There was also an idea that we might briefly comment as a topic on the news about fake news, so that if anyone wants to add something, we can get back to that later on. Vice versa, or directly in link to the previous news about the business that the Macedonians have made when it comes to the Trump news. That can be a good motive. Okay, I'll stop here. Aida is with us today on behalf of CDIC. So I pass the floor to Aida, and she'll drive us through the main developments of the past 2 months. Aida, go ahead. Let's see if she can connect.
Checking if you can hear me.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, great. So hello, everyone. It's really great to see familiar faces in Belgrade office, and also a lot of familiar faces online that I can see. So thank you, everyone, for joining. This is the 4th C-Hub in a row, but the first one in 2017, and we hope that we will just continue throughout the year. Just at the beginning, I would like to say that our colleagues that are usually at the hub, Dusan and Sorina, are currently in Tallinn for EuroDig preparatory meeting. And our colleague Liana is online, so thanks for to them also for joining. Now, I hope you can all see the presentation online. We will briefly go through the developments that cover developments in December 2016, end of December, and January 2017. Okay. So when it comes to the infrastructure developments. Under the new rules applicable from the 1st of January, providers of electronic communication services in Croatia are required to apply different tariffs for their services in case of malfunctioning or failures. There is also the new rule regarding the minimum internet speed that providers are required to offer to their customers, with a threshold being increased from 50 to 70% of the speed stipulated in the service agreement. Also, another development coming from Croatia about a new law that came into force detailing measurements aimed at reducing the costs of implementing high-speed electronic communication networks. This law contains provisions related to the joint use of existing physical infrastructures, and it also introduces an obligation for network operators to meet all reasonable requests for access to their physical infrastructure under fair and reasonable terms and conditions. When it comes to Serbia, the private sector is increasingly working on expanding the coverage of 4G networks across the country. Most recently, Telenor Serbia has announced plans to invest an additional 30 million euros in 2017 for further expansion of coverage of its networks and enhance its capabilities. Other than that, we have news from Kosovo that the German investment company files a case in an international arbitration court asking for 100 million euros in compensation for having been unjustifiably prevented to buy a Kosovo Telecom from 2013. And now, related to infrastructure and technologies, let's just go through a few events that happened. from 1st to 4th December, IEEE Student and Law and the Young Professional Congress happened in Sarajevo, and then 8 and 9 December, Smart Cities in Bucharest. In Sofia, Artificial Intelligence Summit on the 24th of January. Going to the cybersecurity section. Development from Montenegro, a study conducted by the Ministry of Public Administration in Montenegro on the scale of cyber threats to the country has revealed an increase to the number of hacking attacks in 2016. Ukraine, a power blackout that affected the country's capital of 17th and 18th of December last year was caused by a cyber attack, according to the country's national power company, Ukrengo. It was discovered that workstation and the supervisory control and data acquisition systems were affected by a premeditated and multi-level invasion. When it comes to the news from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Anonymous Bosnia woke up, the hacker group, and they attacked actually the website of the federal police, leaving it inaccessible. They left the well-known anonymous messages that the game has changed and that now they are everywhere, and that soon they will publish all the information that they have, so that we should expect them. However, 5 days later, the federal police confirmed that 2 persons suspected to be the main actors of the attack were arrested. When it comes to the events of the cybersecurity, on the 29th of November, Virtual Security Summit happened for Central and Eastern Europe. It was conducted online. On the 29th to the 1st December, Young Faces Conference, Strategic Cybersecurity Policy Developments in C took place in Belgrade. I just want to point out that the summary of January was already shared on our mailing list, and it will be available online, both on the website and on Facebook and Twitter as CDIG social media. So you can always go there for more information on the developments. Okay, now you can also check the cybercrime events. Going to the economic developments. In Serbia, several companies, entrepreneurs, educational institutions, and business associations located in the city Zrenjanin have formed a local ICT cluster with the main objective of strengthening collaboration and increasing the competitiveness of its members on domestic and foreign markets. In Romania, the government has extended the applicability of a measure aimed at exempting certain categories of programmers for income tasks. Programmers can benefit from the income tax compensation if they are employed by companies whose object of activity is the creation of software, and if their income results solely from the creation of software. Now, good news coming from Ukraine, Turkey, Romania, and Bosnia and Herzegovina, where they say feature in a top of colleagues and colleges, and universities with the best coders in the world. The top was put together by HackerRank, following a university ranking competition during which educational institutions were ranked based on both number of participants and high scores. Another important capacity development was between Serbia and India, who signed a memorandum of understanding which aims to promote cooperation between the 2 countries in the field of IT and electronics. So I'm really excited to see how this will work between India and Serbia. Let's see what are the events. 19th to 22nd of December, Digital Global Society and Economy event happened in the Athens. And then we have on the 15th of December, MIXX conference that happened in Belgrade, Serbia. Vlad, I hope that I still have enough time.
Limiting the time, but
yes. Okay. So capacity. Okay, I will cut it short. Okay, that's a deal. Developments. When it comes to developments, and they're not fake, in Serbia, authorities are working on developing a platform for data exchange and e-filling in the judicatory sector. The platform is aimed to facilitating communication across various juridical authorities, which means courts, public prosecutor offices, etc. News from Croatia, a county association and the IT consulting company Coin, they have launched a project which uses open data to provide citizens with information on how several countries in Croatia are making use of the public budget. From Turkey, the Ministry of Internal Affairs has announced that over the past 6 months, over 3,700 individuals have been detained for questioning on allegations that they were using social media to support terrorist organizations. Out of these, over 1,600 individuals have been formally arrested. So when it comes to freedom of expression, it will be interesting to follow up on this from these news from Turkey. Also from Turkey on jurisdiction, they plan to build its own domestic search engine and email service as alternative to global services such as Google and Gmail to be compatible with national culture and values, according to statements given in the TV interview by the Ministry of Communication, Ahmed Arslan. Okay, let me just go back a second to see about the events. From the capacity development, and we can see the increase of the events which involved youth. On the 3rd of December, Youth IGF Turkey took place. Then on the 7th of December, IG processes in Southeastern Europe, challenges and opportunities, which happened during the global IGF in Guadalajara. Interesting was the 10th and 11th Rail Girls, which happened in Belgrade. For more events, please once again check online for the January development. I went through the issues. Let's just see if we got anything. Okay, last slide, I promise. I think it's very important to mention that we have a lot of upcoming events. On the 3rd of February, World Press Meetup in Zagreb, 5th and 6th February, e-education, e-business, e-management, and e-learning in Crete, 9th to 11th February in Belgrade, New Technologies in Education Show 2017, then Net Meetup in Sofia, Domain Forum in Sofia, IDC Predictions in Zagreb. Again, back to Sofia on the 12th Balkan Conference on e-health. Then, well, Sofia is very vivid in February. 3D printing, fourth industrial revolution. Then in Tirana, Albania, artificial intelligence. And then in Geneva, there will be a briefing for heads of missions, digital policy in Southeastern Europe. And lastly, just to mention to all participants online and in situ office that you can send us for any local updates that you hear of or that you know of or are involved in at c@intgovforum.org. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Aida, for running through the main developments. As you mentioned, and a reminder again that the full review of developments and events is available on the website.
And I have no idea if you heard that I just finished.
That's one thing. The other thing is the invitation for everyone to send us whenever you have good, solid information about events or developments from your countries, your region, send us so that we can compose for the next month and that we can report about it. And thirdly, that and it's also in the document in the PDF that you can download, is that the preparations when it comes to the CDIG meeting, the next one in May in Ohrid, are ongoing. That the draft program is online, and we are hoping for reflections from all the people. Opening the floor to anyone if anyone wants to add any of the developments that we should also have in mind, something that's coming up, or at least for Serena and Dusan, if any one of them can give us a little bit of reflection on what's happening in Tallinn at the moment when it comes to preparations of Eurodig and how that relates to CIDIG. So anyone wants to add something, including you guys from here on the developments or on the events. And otherwise, Dusan or Serena, I don't know if you can talk. Otherwise, you can maybe drop us a message or something on the.
Vlad, I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys can still hear me.
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay, just 2 points. That one is that probably Dushan and Serena cannot talk, but if they type, I will gladly read it out loud. And second thing is that we at CDIC we opened a call for the overarching team. So if anyone has any ideas, please send us. And actually, Serena is just writing that she will be able to talk. So thanks.
Great, and it's good to see that the folks in Tallinn are actually sitting there and listening, not walking around the city. That's nice. So Serena, you can take the floor.
Thanks, Vlada. Thanks, Aida, for the presentation, and hello to everyone. Yes, we are not walking around the city. We are sitting in the meeting. It's about internet governance issues, actually. It's not as much as a planning meeting as we hoped. It's more of a going into details about the issues that are going to be discussed at Eurodig in summer in June. So it's a bit weird, but well. CDIG is here. We will do a short overview a bit later today about where we are with the preparations for our meeting in Ohrid. As Vlada already mentioned, we will invite people to also contribute to our call for suggestions on the draft program, and as Aida mentioned, the overarching theme. Other than that, we are building on the linkages between Eurodig and CDIG, as those who have followed both processes know. CDIG is trying to feed into Eurodig at the annual meeting and intersectionally. So basically the discussions that will happen at CDIG will try to find a way into the Eurodig meeting in June. And we have actually received a comment from Eurodig on our draft program saying that many of the topics in the draft program for CDIG will also be reflected in the program for Eurodig. Sorry. So we will be working on that. We will see how we can get both ideas and people from the region from Southeastern Europe to Eurodig in June. More on that after this meeting. We will share a summary on the mailing list and on the website, and we will be talking in the months to come. But to reiterate what Aida and Vlada have said, please have a look at our website and make comments on the draft program if you have. The deadline is 5 February, and after that we will actually start building the sessions, and for that help is welcome as well in contributing as members of the various organizing teams. And thank you. I think that's all from now for us. More reporting later.
Thanks, Serena. So once again, everything is on the CDIG website. So I encourage everyone to just visit and try to contribute, and of course join us in Ohrid, not only because of CDIG, but it's also May and Ohrid, and it's the opportunity you don't want to miss. Anyone else add anything? Any comments? Any idea? Any suggestion? Couple of typing over there. Okay, the link. Thank you, Serena, for sharing the link for the draft program, and we expect some comments on that. And I hope Arvin joined me now, so he reminded me actually that I hope we will add another event in the end of February here in Belgrade about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So we'll keep you updated if anyone wants to join. But we are still to scale the event. That's it. If no one wants to add anything, we can call it a day. You guys in Tallinn have a nice time. The others, thank you for joining again, and see you next last Tuesday. That's 28th of February, if I'm not wrong, with more updates on February developments. Thanks a lot, and bye.
Bye bye, everyone.